Hello, welcome to my channel. Well, I was thinking of trying the Loomis method, kind of play around with it and practice a little bit and possibly use it for this particular painting. I was starting out with a sketch, but eventually it's going to be acrylic paint applied. And so this is the first one I did. So remember I had that one. And I was going to go with that, and then I was thinking just make everything a little bit bigger, just broaden everything here on this one and stick with it. And then I was noticing, well, I just thought maybe it would be better just to start anew and just use the first one as a guide. But as you can see with my new one, this is my second one here on the right, and I compared it to the first one, and according to the Loomis method, where the eye orbit is and where the ear is, the top of the ear and the eye orbit should line up. And so I thought that I messed up because I was just looking actually at the photo for a reference instead of looking at my original little Loomis guide here. And it's sort of good that I did that because I don't know if it's that he was looking up a bit that threw it off, but when I look here, the way it is here, let me not use the clear one, it's making things distorted, but the ear area, earlobe, the way I'm looking at it, it hits the bottom of the eye orbit, much like how mine is when I was just looking directly at the photo. So, like I said, maybe it's just at the angle that he was looking, or maybe his eyes and ears are set different. They seem to be normal, but that wasn't working for me. And like I said, luckily I did not go by my first drawing here. yeah, the Loomis method would have the top of the ear, and where the top of the eye and where the eyebrow would hit will be right there. And as you can see, that doesn't happen here, but it's on point with where his ears are in the bottom of the eye. So mine is actually be closer to what is needed for this particular subject in painting. So I'm going to go with that for now, just see how everything turns out. But I tried. Like I said, maybe I'll be more successful with the Loomis method, and I'm still learning. I was just really toying around with it today. But yeah, for this particular subject and this particular sketch out, that wasn't working for me. So I also need to practice with it. I'm sure it'll do. Probably work better for me in other upcoming paintings or sketch work. Use a blend to bring out the blonde side. Right now, this is just the sketch so far. While I do everything else, just have the idea of where the hair is going to be positioned or how it's going to be positioned, and more or less how I'm going to do the curls in the hair, and how the coils are going to pretty much fall or stand in some cases. In some areas, we have the coils where they kind of fall forward. There's some areas where they're just structured, where they're just kind of up, or at a certain position where they're more straight up and down. So try and capture that. And try to stay true to the photo as best I can. Initially, when I was going to do this, I was thinking it was straight dark on one side and just straight blonde on the other side. And then when I looked at the photos I took later, I realized that it's actually the new growth underneath the blonde that's visible as well. It wasn't just a shadow. So I had to go in and add the darkness here as well underneath that blonde to reflect the new growth. And so I have to remember to do that when I'm doing the blend as well. And the acrylic paint where I'm adding that it's not just one straight color for each half. I have to show that where it reflects the new growth and the natural color. So the black underneath that blonde, you see there. Okay, so still a little bit to do, but I'm getting there. I feel like I'm getting there. That is my opinion. Okay, a little bit to do. Okay, so this is what we're coming away with for the sketch work. I ended up using the charcoal pencil on the side that's the black hair. Okay, so on the natural hair color, I did use a black pen initially, as we saw, and then I had a 2B pencil to blend, and then I went over it with the charcoal. Okay, so there's that side, and then on the side where, let's look over here. You can see. Okay, so I use the charcoal on the side, that's the black, and then underneath where the blonde is, to reflect the new growth. Okay, and so for the acrylic, for the blonde side, I ended up using some of the acrylic for the spirals. I'd already gone in with, as you saw initially, I used the colored pencils, like a yellow and tan almond colors, and just did like a blend for the little spirals, and a black pen, ballpoint pen, and I needed to cover those spirals that were the black pen and the colored pencil, that tan. So I had to go over it with the, I used a Daybreak acrylic paint to go over those spirals. So it's a blend of pencil, pen, and the acrylic paint. So I had to tone down that pen, or the pen colors, so that the blonde colors could seep through. And it was just a lot of pen ink and other colors, so I wanted to tone that down. I mean, I wanted to give it definition, and so I felt like I needed to go in there to kind of show some type of structure. So I wanted to use a darker color, but then I had to tone it down a little bit. So again, I used the Daybreak acrylic paint to go over those spirals, those spiral curls. Okay, and then this is just a sketch work, and then I'll do the acrylic paint on the rest. I didn't want to go too far down on the neck and finish sketching it out. I think I wanted to put the color behind it first, and then at like the hair follicles, where you can see there's hair growth there on the neck. So I'll do that with the actual painting session, or in the actual painting session itself. But for now, this is the sketch work. And I think what I'll do when I do the paint work as well, the paint session, I think I'll pull the mouth down a wee bit more. I gave myself space in the chin area to do that, but I didn't go down as much as I wanted to. I wanted to come down just a hair more. I feel like he has a little bit of space, a little more space between this the cheekbone area and the mustache that I'm allowing for. So I'll probably go in and pull it down a little bit, so there's a little more true to the photo. Thanks for watching.